And what looks like trash here is far from it. It's people's personal belongings needing to be now thrown out here at St. Andrews Towers following Hurricane Michael. Let's take a walk this way. You can see part of the dock that was once just straight out this way is now completely flipped over. Look at this pile of debris. This was someone's home. I mean, you can see chunks of wood, a light switch right there. Staff here at the school say it wasn't until just a few days ago that they realized how bad the damage is here. Shingles have been ripped off, windows blown out, and there's a huge chunk of roof missing. So now students, staff, and parents are working together to get what they can out of the building so school can start again on Monday. So much of people's property is now destroyed. I mean, just look at this. This is where a woman lived. And you see all of her belongings. I mean, you see her fridge right now, still food in the fridge, everything just destroyed. But this is the real damage that I want to show you. The wall is gone, where her living room wall, I would assume, is now gone. David says he wishes he'd been able to evacuate before Hurricane Michael hit, but he just didn't have the money to do it. So he stuck it out right here and says he could feel his trailer going up and down, his entire yard destroyed along with the inside of his home. And for a guy who's been through a war, he says even that doesn't compare.
Oh, what a total disaster. That wall looks like it's about to fall as it is.
At this point, it's just Jimmy Wilson and Scrubs.
Yep, that's my little buddy.
Left with almost nothing and a whole lot of unknown.
I don't know. But the wall's caving in up there on that, right at your door, you see it.
For now, home has 4 wheels. Their only bed on the back of the truck.
Living in parks and stuff like that, it drives you crazy. I mean, it eats up your mind, you know, and it's stress on you. And having this problem don't need no more stress.
Stress. 225 others are going through too. It's been 2 weeks since people who live here at St. Andrews Tower had to evacuate. Now so much property needs to be thrown away, but the real reason they can't move back in is damage like this, an entire wall gone.
So once you're finished, you come sign this and I'll know that you're done with your apartment and we can throw away whatever's left.
Donna Galima has worked here for years and says this is personal.
You're welcome. My mother lived here and her unit was demolished.
Belongings gone. New worries creep in.
Your home is here, your home is over there, your home is everywhere.
Sometimes you just need some relief.
But it'd be nice if FEMA would come on down and take care of business so I could go find something else to do. Got to find somewhere to hang out tonight.
In Panama City, Meghan Reistad, NBC 15 News.
A viewer from Brodhead reached out to our staff saying she hadn't heard from her father, who lives in Panama City, Florida, since Hurricane Michael hit.
With no luck reaching him by phone or online, she gave our team his address. And when NBC 15's morning anchor Meghan Reistad and photojournalist Jeremy Nichols arrived, even with unthinkable damage, it was quite a relief.
Somebody up there likes me. But yeah, the house is rock and rolling.
Take a look at that patch on David Marshall's hat, and you know he's tough.
Try to be anyway.
He survived a war. Now he's lived through a hurricane.
This tree here fell over and lifted the whole house up off the ground.
Hello?
Hello? Dad? Yeah, how y'all doing?
Wow, we've been worried about you.
Yeah, I'm in my living room here. The house is a wreck, but I'm still alive.
With no phone service or internet, this is the first time he's been able to talk to his daughter Melissa in weeks.
Everything's just ruined. My bed's broke and no place to sleep, so I'm staying in the chair in there.
David says he wishes he'd been able to evacuate before Hurricane Michael hit, but he just didn't have the money to do it, so he stuck it out right here and says he could feel his trailer going up and down, his entire yard destroyed along with the inside of his home. And for a guy who's been through a war, he says even that doesn't compare.
I have never seen nothing like this before. I mean, I've seen bomb holes and bombs dropped and people on fire and stuff here, but I've never seen nothing like this, damage like this, never. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
At 69 years old,
we're still hanging in there.
There's something to be said about someone who's spent time on a battlefield and survived this storm.
Yes, sir, I'm scared. That's why I'm alive. Being scared keeps you alive.
In Panama City, Meghan Reistad, NBC 15 News.
David says he hopes to drive back to Wisconsin as soon as his bank reopens and he can get enough money to make that drive. It's closed because of the hurricane.
But here's an interesting update. After this story aired in Panama City, Florida earlier today, a viewer asked to help pay for his gas. His daughter also says they've set a date to travel to Florida to help him get his home repaired.
Meghan Reistad and photojournalist Jeremy Nichols are on their way back to Wisconsin tonight. They've been assisting our sister station, WJHG, in Panama City, covering the hurricane's aftermath.